friends, as always, it is great to see you. We've got a great story for you today. And this is another one of those stories that Jesus told. As you might recall, we call those parables. I wonder what special meaning we're going to pull away from today's story. Let's find out. Our story today is about talents. Now, it's important to understand what this word actually means in the context of the story, because it might not mean what you think it means. Because a talent back then meant an extremely large amount of money. Nowadays, you might have a talent that can be worth $1 million, but back then it literally meant a stack of cash. Now, a talent in this story could also mean your gifts or abilities, something that God has given just to you, kind of like a superpower. Okay, let's go back to the story. A man decided to go on a long trip, so he called his servants and asked them to take care of his house, his stuff, and his money.
Now I'm going to be gone a while. You, my friend, I'm going to give you 5 talents to look over. Check your Venmo. Should be there.
You, my friend,
I'll give you 2 talents. Think very highly of you. Check your Venmo.
and you can have 1 talent.
I've given you each a different amount of money because of the different skills that I've seen within you. See you soon.
Make me laugh. Now, our abilities are our special gifts that God gives to each and every single one of us. And we each have a different set of gifts, different set of abilities. Some of us are really good at memorizing things. Some of us are really good at sports like soccer or basketball. And some of us are really good at knowing how to help others. Some of us are really generous, and some of us are really good at solving problems. Either way, our abilities are unique to each and every one of us. Budget cuts? You mean you couldn't get a real donkey in here? So I'm just supposed to pretend I'm straddling something? The man left on his trip, and the servants each did something with the money that they received. Realistic. The man with the 5 talents went right away and spent it all and got 5 more.
Looky here, 5 talents. I'm easily gonna double this.
I've really been paying attention to the index funds and the volatile nature of the stock market in this given age. It's like taking candy from a baby. Now, the man with 2 talents used his money wisely and earned 2 more. Well, 2 talents isn't much to work with, but I do have the knowledge and the know-how to turn this into much more. You see, I've been watching a lot of Property Brothers on the Home Network. I think I'm gonna look at real estate. But the man with 1 talent took it, buried it in the ground to keep it safe. He didn't even try to do anything with it, not spend 1 penny.
I can't do this. What if I lose it? This is not going to be good. I know what I can do. I will bury this and keep it safe. That way, I will not lose a penny of it. That way, I can return everything that was given to me.
After his long trip, the master came back and wanted to know what his servants did with the money he gave him. Now, the first man, the one who received 5 talents, said, "Master, you trusted me with 5 talents, and I doubled it. You have 10 talents. That's because 5 times 2 does in fact equal 10. Great job, good and faithful servant. You are trustworthy with a few things, so I will put you in charge of a lot of things. Come and celebrate with me. Come on." Then the man with 2 talents came and said, "Master, I know it's not much, but I took the 2 talents that you gave me, and I turned around to much more than what was given to me. You see, I took a couple of really run-down homes in the Tampa area, flipped them, and I think it's going to be a great long-term profitable opportunity." Great job, good and faithful servant number 2. You are trustworthy with a few things, so I'll put you in charge of a lot of things. But probably a little bit less than the last guy I just said this exact same thing to. Come and celebrate with me. Come on. Then the man who received 1 talent came and told his master,
I know you worked so hard for your money, so I wanted to make sure that I brought all of it back to you. So I buried it, and now here it is, every penny that you gave to me.
I'm not mad, disappointed. You could have at least taken the talent that I gave you and brought it to the bank to at least collect some interest. I must take this money away, and I will give it to the first servant used my money to make more money. It's just a good business decision. So what do we do with a story like this? Well, just like all the other parables that we've told so far, there's a few different points you could probably pull from it. But the one I want to focus in on, the one I want us to pull away from today, is that if we use our abilities, our gifts that God has given us, then we're going to be given so much more. You see, God considers you very valuable and trusts you to do something with your gifts or your abilities. Now, consider this. Maybe it's a sport or an instrument that you've begun to learn how to play. If you stop practicing, some of your skill is going to go away. And if you don't practice for long enough, your gift might disappear completely. Now, cool thing is, it's awesome to take breaks, watch TV, play video games, whatever it is, but don't abandon what you love. And you see, the thing is, you might not even know what your gifts or your abilities are just yet. And that's totally fine. It takes time. Some it takes longer than others. But keep your eyes out, keep your ears out. Listen to your teachers and your parents, and they might just point it out to you. So remember, friends, you are a gift. God loves you. We love you as well. So when you figure out what your gifts are, don't be afraid to use them. Until next time, be kind, do good, and love your neighbors. Bye-bye.
All right, cut. Yeah, that's great, guys. Perfect take.